This season of Big Brother has been full of hate, so naturally, it's time to bring in a little taste of love. But before that, last time on Big Brother, Scott won the first HOH of the jury phase and targeted the Tad Pack Alliance, Nico and Connie. Otev made its debut and Connie outsmarted her competition to win the power of Veto, saving herself from the block. Roger was named the replacement nominee, and the house took the chance to backdoor the ringleader, sending Roger home as the first member of the jury. 8 remain. Who's getting evicted next? Welcome back to Big Brother Apocalypse and say hello to your final 8. Hope your week is going swell, friendos. Nico here is definitely feeling the blues after saying goodbye to Roger, whom he has grown to really like. Jinx can relate. She is glad her enemy is vanquished. She personally thanks Scott for the Roger eviction. These accounts have grown quite fond of each other.
Lumina Exine. Febine Lovo Bonefi.
Well, Connie doesn't feel that way. She warned Scott to watch his back for daring to nominate her last week. If I win HOH, your game is over. Dom pops in to tell Connie to ease up. That's actual enemies and threats in our midst, you guys. We can't keep fighting each other. If that's the case, tell your himbro here to stop nominating me then.
Gobi? No beam flurba. Eshkabau schnurs. Rifseg Budreep.
We gotta focus this week, bro. I'm telling you, lyric is the way to go.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna ask. A very special HOH competition coming up in the morning. Week 8 begins and Danica calls a quick ladies meeting to make sure a certain menace doesn't win this week. I'm sure we can all agree these guys need to be humbled massively. Ha! I'd love to see you all try, Bill calls them out. And he also urges his bros to lock the F in this week. We gotta keep the power flowing after such a good week. Alright babes, it's time for the HOH competition. Come, it's quite the special occasion. Ah, what a serene little room, with an absurd number of chairs, It's time to crown a new head of household, Final 8. But first, you may be wondering about the number of seats in this room. Well, since you've been cooped up in the bunker for so long, Big Brother has decided to take a page out of the Survivor playbook and offer you a reminder of why you're here. Yes, this is the Loved Ones Visit. Yay! Let's start with you, Scott. Welcome in your joyous little mother, Vivian. Aw, who knew you were such a mama's boy? We love a silly, goofy parent-child relationship.
Smurfs. Turab Quink, Kuzip, Levar.
Have a seat, cuties. Now, Jinx. Don't know if you expected this today, but welcome in your ghoulish cousin, Draven. I guess the dreary fashion runs in the family. Oh, the secret macabre handshake? Cute. Oh, Lyric, why the long face? Well, I know just the person that can cheer you up. Let's bring in your ever-relaxed, ever-loving father, Jasper. Oh, what's wrong? Don't be sad. You know what I say, a frown is just an inner clown waiting to be found.
Ermish. Tribal Dormf. Awavine. Nis Stevie Flina. Shelsh.
Lee. There's a
Zaffel.
Una.
Lemped him. Bimboy.
And that's the laughter we love. Danica, did that tug at your heartstrings? Don't worry, we got you. Let's bring in your favorite Funko to lift your spirits. Say hello to Uncle Barry. Oh, Danica, please. Can always count on your favorite uncle to calm you down, eh? Oh, okay, and whatever that is.
Wabarani Zimze. Bayumi. Jaspa Exine.
Dag! Frinka, Brove Unsa, Chow Tokibo, Sika.
Bill, let's bring in your mom, Janice. Oh, surprisingly sweet. Oh, never mind, there it is. Your cheap-ass trailer is a mess, son. How dare you make your elderly mother clean after you? Okay, Mom, we're just gonna go sit down right now. Well, Dom, if there's one thing you and the other Juicy Doobs have in common, is that you're all mama's boys. Let's bring in your wonderful mother, Roz. Come here, mi cariño. Oh, you've gotten so skinny. And don't worry, Byron is keeping your podcast up and running. He got Carlos Lopez the other day. Wait, not her discovering her son's secret? Please! A mother's hustle never stops. Connie's next. Let's bring in your sweet little baby brother Athens. Oh, sharing the neighborhood tea already? He knows just what Connie needs. Connie, please! No, not a typical family dynamic. Well, I'll let you unpack that over there. And saving the best for last, Nico! We all know who's coming through that door. It's your sweet daughter Zoe! Gotta catch daddy up on the playground tee and give him a big hug.
But looks
Huh?
not fun to be. Huh?
Oh, Chibi. From Karamusti.
Oh, Wixos or next?
Slew for clave. That and grave.
Yeah.
Ground me
Alright.
with them ball.
Alright, you cuties, have a seat. Now, you've had a taste of the love that your families brought with them. So today, they will also play alongside you in the HOH competition. I'll let the outgoing HOH Scott fill you in on all the details. Greetings, loved ones, and welcome to our dingy old bunker. Today, the house guests will once again compete for power, and you get to help out, in a way. Loved ones, you will be seated on one of these massage chairs behind me. Each house guest will then give their loved one a foot or hand massage. Your goal is to not scream. Our scream detectors pick up everything. Each round, the house guests or house guests whose loved ones scream the most will be eliminated. So if there's a tie, everyone in the tie is out. The competition continues until one pair remains, earning the house guest the title of head of household, and a sweet reward that comes with it. So, be gentle with your families, house guests. Your fate in the game depends on it. Alright, we've drawn for spots and the loved ones are seated. Oh, right, we had to bring in the teenage clone of Zoe since children cannot perform in this competition. So yeah, enjoy a glimpse of your daughter in her teen years. Original Zoe's still here though, no worries. We'll just call it a modern science experiment. This is Zoe with a Y, by the way. And round one begins now. Let's start small with a hand massage. And because Sims like to run everywhere and not do what I say, this round will be done in 2 batches, but it'll all be like edited together, just so you know. And the massages begin. It's a pleasant experience so far. I don't think that's how you do it, Bill, but whatever works. Oh, looks like Mama Ross screamed once already. And Lyrics Dad also lets out a painful whine. So does Athens.
To zip. But Cosm. Oh, Tomno.
Crude.
Bruna
Bibi pastoy. Double ta.
Looks like everyone is suffering in this competition. Just a matter of who does it most is all. Uncle Barry and Mama Tang can't relate though. They're having a jolly time over here. The united groaning of all the guys here is really sending me. Lyrics Dad is like, please child, do you want to win? Well, Zoe with a Y also gets one last scream in before her session ends. And we're done! I'll check the scream detectors. Okie dokie! Not all of the screams are shown, but the scream detectors do not lie. 4 house guests are tied for the highest with 3 screams by their loved one. So, eliminated in round 1 are Connie, Lyric, Jinx, and Dom. You are all out of the running for HOH this week. Round 2! Bill, Danica, and Nico remain. This time they must give a foot massage. Oh, Danica, you are doing a heavenly job so far.
Burrito. Ho-ho.
Oh, Vadish. Gushal. Tribnathenib.
Ponka. Yips.
Oh, not Zoe wins us in pain. This foot massage is really testing her. Janice is enjoying this very much though. She has not made a sound at all.
Ichuta, Quaba, Fradishay, 2BX.
Zoe with a Y is really suffering over here. And finally, that torture is over. Well, unfortunately, the results are pretty obvious for this round. With a whopping 6 screams, Nico, you are eliminated from the competition. We'll also say goodbye to clone Zoe for now. She's free to roam the world or something.
Kabla charbe.
Fee by and ba.
It's Bill versus Danica for the final round. For the power and title of HOH, give your loved ones another hand massage. Oh my god, this death stare they're giving each other? Yes! Fight for that power, y'all! Oh, Mother Tongue is enjoying this massage.
Stumsig Salunga. Panave. Bamba Yups. Naparu Saquinario. Chabina Nobe.
Merkel Zira? Gaba? Nurchel Closenex.
Oh no, I think Barry's about to crack. And he lets out a scream! I'm fine. Keep it up, princess. Please, nothing phases this woman at all. This is the most relaxed she's been. Oof, and Barry falls victim to another scream. Well, that concludes our competition then, with a grand total of 2 screams versus 0. Danica, you have been eliminated from the competition, which also means Bill, congratulations! You are the newest head of household! Woo! As a reward for winning this special competition, you have also earned a special 24 hours with your mother!
Hansel Chabene.
Quema chips. Quiz to be yicks.
But that's not all! You now have the choice of sharing this once-in-a-lifetime reward with 3 other house guests. Yes, 3 others will also get to spend the next 24 hours with their loved one. The rest must bid farewell and continue on. Please let us know who you pick. Damn, I'm still trying to process all this. My first pick will be Scott. You didn't get to compete and you've been a cool dude. You deserve this. My next pick is a whim, but I'm giving it to Jinx. Your freaky friend seems cool.
Vinta. Shamagra. Sublurf Baroda. Bruhana. Plushi Fwasa. Dawi Prubara.
And for my final pick, well, I gotta reward the real one. So, Dom, I picked you. Come complete this mama tea party.
Hasanu! Suna!
Should be Brange. Warga to toe.
Garnouche Queba.
Alright, everyone else who did not get picked, say your goodbyes and good luck to your loved ones. You just have to meet again in another few weeks. Goodbye, Zoe, Barry, Jasper, and Athens. It was a joy seeing you, if only for a few minutes. Well, the game continues. All visitors can stay up until the nomination ceremony in 24 hours, so be nice to Bill in the meantime, if you can. Oh, Nico is so sad! It's okay, Nico. You'll see Zoe again soon.
Pinaruja Sapa. Axine Klabun. Imfalna Seraphi. Kalu Pizoi Brabani.
But it still hurts to say goodbye, so he's gonna have a good long cry. Well, Bill was excited to check out his HOH room, but he got beat out by his mother, who called dibs in the private bathroom first. She said, "This is my suite." Meanwhile, Mama Ross decides to say hello to Bill and thank him for allowing her to spend quality time with her son. Not her finding him unattractive at first sight. So judgy, Ross, but also iconic. Oh my god, not her weeding for us too. Bless you, Ross, we don't deserve you. She's spying on Danica? Are you looking for potential mates for your son?
Usanad Zarspa. Wixani. Watanabe! Pifital Dimpish.
Well, Danica is busy trying to cozy up to Bill a little by playing some games with him. Surely he'll like that. But Bill just waltzes off to bed instead. He has a lot of important business to tend to tomorrow. Oh, and it's love day? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Ross spends the morning spying on Janice this time. She's like, "Hello, can I help you?" "Oh, nothing, just happy to be here." I guess the diversion kinda worked. She starts sharing the tea about Danica. "I think she's a great candidate for the Figueroa name, son." "Ew, gross, mom, not here." And Janice calls Ross out. Ooh, not the mom drama. Spying is bad for the eyes, honey. You're gonna get caught looking at the wrong thing and go to jail.
Kubepa Fredishay.
Lanji. Chilo Pifital Bifang Turup.
Kina Wanu? Smine Pando! Cresquarb! Free! Custom.
Well, Dom does appreciate Draven for trying to seize the fight. Not a bad idea to know your showman's family, perhaps. You see, I fit in your family perfectly. Meanwhile, Janice interrupts the conversation between Danica and Bill to introduce herself. Mom, I'm literally at work here. Can you leave us for 5 minutes? Danica's like, well, I think this is a great opportunity to talk through your issues. Well, wrong answer.
Doyam Tinoba. Oh, Enerba Wanji.
Yeah, I think there's no salvaging these two. Dom and Connie break away to talk for a bit. They lost Roger and basically Nico at this point, but they are still pretty close as a duo themselves. Can y'all stop fighting for 2 seconds so the adults can talk? Anyway, Dom promises to try his utmost best to keep Connie safe this week. And so he gets to work talking to the juicy dudes. Mama Roz, please. Who are you spying on? Draven? Oh, that's why. Like mother, like son, huh? They both love some skinty blue people.
Niara Inazuk. Olnaubs Sinush.
Well, his cousin Jinx is outside rekindling her showmance with Lyric. And of course, she's caught in the act by Danica again. While Dom uses this opportunity to pull Danica back to his side. Like, hey, Lyric is such a lost cause at this point. You can't trust her. Oh! And they practice fight again, okay.
Espina. Funub soon. Jinjil Shopa. Tinoba's Wong. Goni.
Whoop! Looks like Connie also discovered Lyric sleeping with the enemy. Lyric's like, girl, we all know showmances are fun and not exclusive. Stop being petty, you're not 12. And she walks out. Oh, what a terrible cheater, Dom hops in. There's a very clear solution to this issue, I'm sure. You know what to do, Billy. Meanwhile, Dom's mom has been trying to convert Nico. Why the long face, darling? Sorry, but Nico is not really feeling like being comforted by the person who raised Dom of all people. Awkward. Bill catches wind of the incident and uses it to scream at Nico. Like, wow, you don't respect moms now? That is not at all what I said. I didn't say anything, actually. Well, get ready to go up, because nobody disrespects my dude moms.
Spina. Brapia Bosa. Kenad Fanuza.
Even Ross is like, well, don't do it on my name. I'm not even a player. I hate to do this, but unfortunately, that's the end of our time today, loved ones. Say your goodbyes, house guests. Or smack your child, sure. Oh, I love all the family hugs. Oh, goodbye, Mama Janice, Vivian, and Roz. And Draven. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, the show goes on for the rest of you. It's time for the nomination ceremony. Whenever you're ready, Bill. Ready as I'll ever be, big brother. I see a sea of understudies not qualified to be in the limelight. It's unfortunate that I can only cast out 2 of you. Anywho, my first nomination tonight is Nico. Just picking up where my bro Scott left off, you know. Plus, you were so rude to Dom's mom. I can't let that stand. My second nomination tonight is Danica. I told you would go up. And who am I if not a man of my own word? Maybe one day you'll win a competition to save yourselves. Who knows? Damn, Bill. Nominated the Paranoid Pals. Oh no. Well, Nico and Danica, you two are nominated for Eviction. You still got the POV tomorrow to change your fate, so I wish you nothing but the best.
Yavoya. Lonkas Wasabis.
Yuna. Buma. Samzo Mog. Banji.
Scott, not the time to share the love day spirit, please. Dom is trying to maintain positive about Lyric not being on the block again. At least Nico is up there, right? Can't win them all. Yes. Thank you, Scott. In the meantime, the Deaf Becomes Us Alliance gathers in the kitchen to discuss their game plan this week. 2 of their members are nominated, so the POV tomorrow is most crucial. And Jinx adds a quick song for good luck.
Hina Walbish. Dambila Wasusabura.
Well, Bill doesn't give a care. He slayed his nominations today and he's gonna sleep with sweet dreams. Good morning, Scott. Feeling a little furious this morning, are we? time to snarl at all the dudes again. Oh my god, Bill! Bill ain't afraid of no raging werewolf. Sit down, bro. You are not stealing my spotlight this week. Oh really? Let me pee over your damn shoes then. Oh, Scott is now a veteran werewolf. Oh, yay, Scott! He also gained a new temperament. The big bad wolf, the inner demon within, is unleashed. Not only will he gain additional fury when angry, but he'll also fight other Sims. Oh dear, maybe we don't like this final form. Well, the power of the POV competition compels you to transform back this instant. I'm gonna need everybody to the challenge grounds, please. You're facing a reality TV staple today. Hope you've been staying fit. Bill, Nico, and Danica, you are playing in the POV today, and we'll pick 3 more right now. Bill spins house guest choice, and to everyone's surprise, he picks Jinx. I guess he doesn't think she can win with the skinny arms. Nico spins lyric. All the Deaf Alliance is playing today. Maybe there is hope. And finally, Danica spins house guest choice too. Ooh, she surprisingly picks Dom instead of Scott. Ooh, Scott's probably too angry for the competition right now. Anyway. Hold up, I would also like to use my SOS ticket gained during the pressure cooker competition. This advantage allows me to call in a guest competitor to help me compete. I'd like to double my chances this competition. Very well then, Danica has called in a special guest for help. And who better than Miss Ailey Larson, our current immunity record holder. Looking stunning, Ailey! And with rock climbing being the comp, ooh yeah, she got this. So, just to clarify, Ailey will enter this competition as a 7th player on Danica's behalf. So if she wins, then Danica will win the power of Veto. Now Connie will take the stage to explain our challenge. Pop that powder and remember to stretch, house guests. Today's POV competition is a classic rock climbing challenge. Each house guest will assume a rock wall and participate in the famously difficult overhang challenge. If you fall off the wall, you are eliminated from the competition. The last one standing, or first person to complete the challenge, will win the coveted power of Veto. Thank you, Connie! Now let's draw for spots and get the show on the road.
Vevite Pelka. Venu. Fasanoi Valpim. Vonti.
Alright, our contestants are all set. Now activate the overhang challenge, peeps! And just like that, this challenge is on. Honestly, everyone's pretty steady so far. I expect half of y'all to drop by now. This is just another Thursday evening for Ailey. She can do this with one arm. Even Jinx is absolutely killing it. Work those skinny arms, queen. Danica is giving it all she got to keep herself safe. Oh! Lyric falls down splat, but even Ailey slipped? Ailey, please! You were supposed to help our competitors. Well, Danica is on her own now. The boys are holding on for dear life to keep the noms the same, while the soulmates are clamoring to rescue Nico from the block. No! And down goes Danica! Nobody left to save Danica today. And she is extra pissed because of her competitive spirit as well.
Waga Fruge. Warba Quest. Bumkaro Sumbisi. Klimph.
And shortly after, Dom drops, cutting Danica's final lifeline. Oh, Nico fell too, dang! Nico's not saving himself from the block today. He needs to count on Jinx now, versus Bill, who is very focused on keeping his noms intact. Who knew the 2 least athletic people in the bunker would be fighting toe to toe right now? This is a showdown! And Jinx slips and falls! No! You did well though, girlie. Wait, Bill's kinda close to finishing. I'm gonna check this out. Oh, nope, he falls anyway. Everyone fails. But Bill, for being the last one standing, you have won the power of Veto and you secured full power this week. You're also on the way to claim Abby's title, huh?
Rasha par Baleum. Khan Jimjoy. Sistum. Binar Pelka. Bikopsa.
Bill arrogantly struts back to the bunker, very pleased with himself for winning his 4th competition, while the others boo him from behind. Oh, Nico screams at Jinx in a panic since they both lost the competition. But Jinx just calms him down with, like, maybe you can fake apologize to Bill. His ego will surely eat that up. Maybe. Well, he's not banking on it though. Better start campaigning. Like, hey, I know you and Danica were tight, but that's kinda shattered now. I'll be loyal if you save me. It's in my nature. Girl, I can barely hear them over Bill and Scott fighting over here over Bill's stained shoes. Oh, Jinx is whispering ideas upstairs. The girls are trying to hatch a plan that can save their whole alliance this week. Perhaps there's some way to get Connie on the block. That can be one less competitor for Lyric's attention.
Bobsini, Nabora, Shazzle? Pandoli Usanet. Smishy Yafana.
Well, things are heating up in the kitchen too. Lyric is fed up with Bill and doesn't give a damn that he's the HOH. Ho ho! Keep that up and I'll gladly seat you on the nomination chair that your allies have kept warm for you. Pfft, big words. I thought I was arrogant, but you make me look like a saint. Don't think for a second that you're off the hook either, Nico. I still got my eye on you. Jinx and Danica enter the room to observe the situation and try to find an entry point. And what are you looking at, Jinx? And Connie tries to fart Jinx away?
Dambila wasusabura.
She still tries to convince Bill to consider sparing her alliance. You know, if he picked her for the family visit and the veto, surely there must be some connection there. Well, Connie sees right through that and calls her out. Surely your grand plan isn't just throwing my name in front of my face, cause if so, that's pathetic, Jinx.
Scepter. Close to Hibine, Hapium, Evanage. Maybe Hibine, Avinivis. Meshka! Arishabor, Fuano.
Well, time to cook up a backup plan, perhaps? Oh, and here comes Lyric to make herself comfy. She goes, oh, you don't have to try so hard, honey. These knobs are just fine. Like you will be fine.
Sublurf Baroda. Bruhana. Enzanu Craney. Naya Floof. Bobsani, Nabora. Shazzle?
Snurb Imko.
Ooh, the game is on now! Dom continues to pull Danica away from Lyric and back to his side, while Jinx is capitalizing on her alliance with Scott. Maybe Scott can change Bill's mind instead. I mean, we still want revenge on Connie, right? Nico isn't slacking either. He's hanging on to whatever Tat Pack crumbs he can.
Wafatab, Muchipichi, Mastisquapina. Hampe Tibanu, Square Mequaz.
I love that everyone is talking their ass off about the game, and Bill's just here eating his gourmet chicken curry. Alright, and it's time for the POV ceremony. Gather around and let's hear what Bill has planned for himself. What? Danica eating in her nomination chair? She does not give a damn about Bill's HOH either. Ah, here's the man. We meet again, peasants! Simmer in the fact that I beat all of you in a rock climbing competition. Some of you have dared to push my buttons and challenge my authority this week. And while I commend your efforts, I am no pushover, so I am not using the power of veto today. Bill out. Oh, this hurts, but Nico and Danica, I'm sorry, but you are the final nominees of this week. In just 24 hours, your fellow house guests will vote to evict one of you from the Big Brother house. Use this time wisely, and I wish you all the best.
Tavane. Splarb. Narabu. Linsaya.
Scott, you have to stop doing this. Time and place, my good sir. Jinx stressfully consults with Lyric to see who they want to save from their alliance tomorrow. Bill, please! He's like in your face. Have fun choosing between your soulmates, haha! Even if I'm on the block, that is no way to talk to my friend.
Lampima, Ukinik, Safoyam. Blofa, Balafoy, Aragaba, Yemfo.
And he begins work talking to Dom, who he deems is the biggest swingful between him and Danica. Oh, Dom's feeling flirty. Okay, we'll play along for now. Whatever affection you need, I'll give it to you, big boy. All I ask for is your vote. The nominees then play one last arcade game together into the night before they have to go gung-ho in campaigning tomorrow. Which Danica starts right away with Scott. Not that she needs to, but it's good to keep your close allies close still. And Connie is basically threatening Jinx to save Nico. Like, I saw you and Danica scheming yesterday. You better stay loyal or you will have nothing to stand for in this game.
Plinth. Yiklawoosh.
Sabavia Vor. Zaffle. Exoa Wooshi. Charp. Spisha.
Huh, let's ask Lyric then. Who are you voting for, Lyric? Oh, is it a good game move to do that here? Oh my god, you are still protecting your other showmancers, you hoe! It's 2026, Connie. Love is an open door now. And it sure is! Oh my! Connie is using desperate measures to ensure that vote for Nico. Dom's like, this freaking... Oh! This perfectly encapsulates their relationship. Meanwhile, Danica does not hesitate to give Bill a piece of her mind. No matter who stays, we are coming after you next week. Nico's strategy is laying low, it seems? At least until after the storm in the kitchen is done. Like now! You're for sure saving your week 1 cutie, right? And he sets off to employ some more flattering to woo Dom over before the eviction ceremony. Connie helps out too! See all these tats? You can't take the tat pack out of us!
Dunda. Of Ween Day. Safine.
Whoop, and Danica enters the room. She's not missing out on the fun. Nico tries to distract her by giving her some encouragement, I guess. But instead, she offers a gigantic speech on how she's the original epitome of loyalty, not Nico.
Binba? Tibo Manza Zimonis Arrow. Sensibi Kiniku. Swarspa Githara.
Naturally, Bill must chime in and give some discouragement to the nominees. Oh, and Scott's whispering to Jinx. Is he trying to sway Jinx to turn against Nico? Well, a final 2 of a cards would be history-making. Oh, of course, Dom comes over to listen in. Can't leave his showmans alone for 5 minutes now with Lyric around.
Enzanu Craney. Naya Flu. Merkel Zira? Gaba? Wixana Zarspa. Usanet Pandole.
Oh, is Jinx also a swing vote today? Whoever will the showmans choose to stay in the game? Let's find out, shall we? The eviction ceremony is now, house guests, to the living room. Oh, I am not ready to say goodbye to either of these people. Nico and Danica! Oh, you two look so beautiful. I'm not ready, but unfortunately, your house guests must vote to evict one of you in just a few moments. Bill, as the HOH, you will only vote in the event of a tie. Let's begin. Scott, you're up.
Sarde ya Libshigo Milza.
Snowbake Fleeza. Haha, Pipita.
Sinead. Fellaroo. Yabakoi. Hargrip Planabe.
Thanks for voting, house guests! Nico, Danica, when I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes before walking out the front door. And by a vote. A 4-1. Nico, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house, and you are the second member of the jury. And there goes my dream final 2, going out back to back. Oh, Nico, you will be so missed. His story and his personality is just so endearing to me, and a breath of fresh air in this chaotic season too.
Buster Bood Wafatung Wishim. Bala for Argaba. Cheflet Sacranario. Amsum Badamline. Wef Wemp. Benu Siblurf. Koba.
Goodbye, Nico. You gave it a hell of a run there. Zoe would be so proud. A Big Brother applause for Father of the Year and our second member of the jury, Nico! King, you were an early audience favorite and a sharp contrast from all the other extreme personalities this season. How did you adapt since that iconic tie vote in the first week?
Naya Floof Muchi Pichi. Wanafej Usha. Wafatub Muchi Pichi. Mustish Scorpinas.
Well, fast forward to this week, it seems like you only ended up with 1 vote to save. Any thoughts on how you got here?
I will Vines Affis. Yanabi Stulain. Blofa Balafoy. Aragaba. Yemful.
Well, some of your house guests have left goodbye messages for you. Perhaps they can give you some insight. Take a look.
Befite Pelka. Benu. Tribal Dormf. Awavine?
Flame. Muchi Peachy. Ben Trip. Zagalazig. Safis. Camus.
Borima Hinaba. Oh, Tombra.
Oof, that's a revelation. Any final words before you leave us today?
Tashibi Naya Floof. Ibzrik. Hapiam Wanafej.
I'm distraught to see him go, but I'm also very grateful that we didn't lose him week 1. But that's half the cast gone now though. This race to the end is gonna be tight. So yeah, Jinx actually voted out Nico, which I did not think I would see in this lifetime. Nico really came such a long way since week 1 and I am so proud of his growth. It's unfortunate that Danica's social abilities just blow him out of the water. I will forever miss this weepy sweet man though. No shift in the alliances themselves this week, except Nico leaving will surely leave a huge hole in the Death Alliance. Though Jinx and Scott did become super close this week, so definitely a duo to watch out for. Bill, I still feel like is the obvious outlier, but if there's anything he's good at, it's surviving. Oh my god, this chart is filling up! We're like a month away from crowning a winner and I cannot believe we're already so close. This end to mid game is gonna be very interesting and I have some fun competitions ahead too, with the return of some familiar faces. Thanks for tuning in, friendos, and I hope you enjoyed this very cute family visit episode. These loved ones give me life, and be sure to comment down below who your favorite family visits are. Well, that's all from me today. I shall see you for another exciting episode next time. Take care and bye for now.